I'll be taking today's webinar on customer onboarding, totally focused on the partners and how partners, how this can help partner onboard the customer effectively. So basically, this webinar will be focused on what is customer onboarding, what are the risks if are involved if the customer onboarding is not going right, then why it is very important and how effectively we can do customer onboarding for Frappe products and services. Okay, so so let's start with what is customer onboarding. So before I start with what is customer onboarding, I would like to keep this session more interactive and understand from you all, like what is customer onboarding at your end and how do you do customer onboarding for ERP Next and Frappe products? Anyone interested can unmute yourself and speak, please. Is anyone interested? Or else I can pick someone to speak, like how customer onboarding is done at their end. Maybe Hari, can you speak up?
Sorry, your voice is not clear to me. Could you please repeat your question again?
So my question is that as we are starting with customer onboarding, I would like to know your experience, how customer onboarding has been handled at your end for
Uh,
Frappe and ERP Next.
on Fabric Cloud or in general to use
Yeah,
ERP Next or
any product
something
like
like that?
Frappe Cloud or ERP Next, whatever you're implementing for.
Okay, let's say in a customer onboarding, it's something like an adoption from the customer
Yeah,
to adopt the concept of using cloud like Fabric Cloud with a lot of benefits instead of his own cloud or even local host servers.
yeah,
It's a long and heavy process and journey. Should be taken with the customer based on the customer maturity level and a lot of things. We actually do a lot of things last month with a lot of accounts in KSA. And
mm,
actually, Frabi and Frabi team support us with a lot of benefits like authorized Frabi and ERP Next as one of authorized open source application in KSA. The concept of creating or collaboration with IBM Cloud in Saudi Arabia.
yeah,
This one will support us a lot. This is for what we have already as a customer with us to start to onboard them with Frabi Cloud.
yeah,
Uh, Otherwise, let's say in our company or in our concept for customer onboarding in general, it's like a digital transformation journey. It's very long and very heavy process. Starting from analysis the customer need, analysis the requirement
yeah,
for the customer, the maturity level for the customer. What if ERP Next is, and Fabric Cloud is not the correct solution for them? We are not going to just a sale. We have to do some exercise to make sure this is what we need to proceed with this customer to
yeah.
make our relation with the customer healthy as we can. Uh, I believe maybe I hit some point, but this is my understanding of customer onboarding.
You're
Uh,
absolutely right, Ahmed. Like, so here also we are focusing towards managing customers, helping them wherever they need. It's not only part of implementation, it's not only the part of sales job, but it's also the part of the people who are implementing the product at their end, right? To understand customer well, to understand their needs, train them well based on that, right? So that is
Yes,
nothing but the customer onboarding.
actually, one of the most important phases in customer in the sales. Actually, we focus on it last year. Something called lead qualifications. We
Yeah,
need to qualify the lead before we converted it to customer. Uh,
exactly.
some, sometime you talking with a customer who say, okay, ERP Next and open source and Fabric Cloud and open source. You can start with $10 hosting per month with nothing, okay,
Mm.
and he put some expectation cannot be driven, uh, and he asked for a lot for nothing. You got my point, I believe.
Yeah,
So we need to qualify our customer to make our relation with them as healthy as we can.
yeah, exactly.
Uh, After that, we need to make sure that our consultant and our pre-sales man, our management, our project managers, our product owners, our solution architects also met the minimum quality to driven a qualified solution for our customers.
Okay.
It's not just a selling point. It's a long journey. It's like a partnership between Frabi team and Frabi Cloud and our customer, and we playing middleman role, and that's it.
So whenever you are playing a middleman role, you always strive for the customer's success over there to make sure that whatever we implement is success at their end, right? So similarly, here we
Correct.
come. What is customer onboarding? Thank you, Ahmed, for your feedback and your the process how you do at your end. Yeah. So let's move forward now. What is customer onboarding and what we do as in Frappe in part of customer onboarding, as well as how you can build good relation with the customer. So first and foremost thing, what I feel is make customer feel comfortable about whatever you provide them. Maybe it is your customer onboarding is all about making them comfortable, making them calm. Like, okay, these are the services and how valuable these services are for your business. Yeah. So keeping everything aside, like we don't have to go inside the product and explain them, okay, these are the features, this is how it will be helpful. But more is like to make them feel comfortable. It's all about making sure that when customer starts using your product or services, they feel very comfortable and confident, right? So it's this is all about customer onboarding. So when you say confident, so customers, when you say confident, you have to make sure that you have a welcoming environment for the customers, right? As they are using your system. So when they don't feel a welcoming environment, then it is like, okay, they are not very much interested in showing their product, or they are not very much interested in selling anything to us, or so it might feel that way. So make sure that you have welcoming nature towards them, make them confident, make them feel confident. And then the most important thing is to show them the value of our product and services, right? So how you can make sure that you have good values, a good product, and it can have a good value for them is by showcasing them cool features about our product. Because at the first connection with your sales team, you already know like what customer wants now, right? What are their pain points? So focusing on their pain points, if you show them that kind of features into the system and explaining them why this particular product and services are so valuable for them, that will make their work very easy, and that will make them their life very easy, right? So keeping that in mind, if you build some small workflows like contextual workflows, like how their purchase cycles are going well, how their sales cycles are there, so they might have some kind of integrations which might help them in their business. So what kind of workarounds they can do in system, how it is easy for them to customize the system, right? With customization form, how you can create custom fields into the system, that makes sense, and that excites customer to get on system, get their hands dirty on the system, right? And then the main thing what we see over here is like many customers are very reluctant to in transition from their legacy system to the new ERP or ERP next, right? So customer onboarding helps them also understand the system, and as systems are more understandable when you explain them, it also helps them getting transition into the new system, and it is very smooth if you guide them through the process and help them get more comfortable on the system, right? So it is win-win situation for both, right? So this is something all about customer onboarding. But when I say that, okay, let's say that I'm not doing any customer onboarding, and I'm just going on some normal meeting to the customer and say, okay, these are your points, this is what we have for you, and this is what we can do in ERP next. That will not excite them, basically. But that will again give very low user adoption, very low user adoption on the system and the services. The trust by the customer will be bit low. Okay, so if customer don't feel comfortable with the product, they might not use it much. Okay, so that means the company's product or services are not being used as much as it should be. Okay, and that's not good for everyone, not for you as well as not for Frappe, right? So, and if it does not go right, the load of support is too much in that case. So like if customer does not know how to use ERP next or how to use traffic cloud or how to use any product what you provide them, okay, they will need more help, and support team will be with burden of lots of tickets. They will pressurize you for solving these tickets as soon as possible, and that makes very hard for us as well as for the customer to adopt the system and get along with the system, right? And that also reduces the satisfaction of the customer. So if customer satisfaction has been reduced, they are not very happy with what new system you're giving to them. They won't be happy with the company either or the product. Okay, it's like you buy some gift for someone and they don't like it, right? And you will also not feel good about it. So that is something about customer satisfaction. If customer onboarding is not right, this all might you might face all these things from the customers. Also, you can see the impact on productivity and the efficiency of the customer. So if product does not help customer work better, it's not going to do a good job for them, right? It's like buying a tool which is not making any sense for them or not making their work easy. But we can onboard them in that way that they will feel that, okay, this product is for them, this is built for their business, right? So lack of onboarding gives all those experiences to us. And most importantly, you also lose most of the opportunities in selling, right? So if they get a bad experience from the onboarding itself, they might feel that, okay, they don't have much to keep on table. So I don't know, they might be able to get all our requirements done for us or not. Okay, so if customers are not happy with the product, they won't buy more services from you, right? That means company would miss out on making more sales on the product and services as a partner as well, right? And that has the whole thing has a impact on your reputation. It's like reputation of Frappe as well as reputation on of a partner as well. So you can see that if there are so many failed thing, right, failed onboarding where customer feels, okay, this particular partner is not that good, like Frappe's product is not that good, they cannot customize it well, or they cannot help us getting our things resolved on time. The SLAs are too much, right? That straight away impacts on the reputation of the company, right? And if there are so many customers coming up with so many complaints on the same, then it would be very hard for company's reputation and also the partner, right? So then how what is that what we can make this customer onboarding more impactful and why it is very important, right? So first thing is that the first impression always matters, right? Even though your first impression, the first impression would be with the sales, okay? But when they interact with the customer, okay, you should always have an attitude of good impression at first, showing customer that you care, right? Getting them excited about what you offer, right? Maybe it is like, okay, this particular product is open source, you can use it for free, but there are some services which we also give to enable yourself on the product, implement it for you, right? And you will also learn a lot that how you can serve them better, right? So first impression is um, always a game changer in this case while you are onboarding a customer. So when you first meet them, that sticks inside that mind. Okay, these are the partners of Frappe, or they are giving some good open source product and the services are good, right? That that leads to the smooth onboarding process and sets a positive tone and makes customer feel good about it, and they can decide and choose upon the products and services which we offer them, right? After that, you have to make sure that you are getting involved into each and every discussion with them, right? So onboarding is not only about giving the customer a manual and leaving them to figure out things by themselves, right? So it's all about showing them that you are there to support them and help them every step of the way. Okay, your involvement makes them feel valued and cared of, right? So always make sure that you are always involved in all the discussion. Have your meeting set uh, with them, keep in touch with them. It's not only about product or services. Casually meet them, keep more interactions with the customer, understand their pain points. That might lead you more business or more opportunity uh, in this sector, right? Also, the main thing in onboarding is also the that you have to make sure the customer is actively engaged in the product and the services. Like it is a great chance to get customer excited about your product and make sure that you're delivering well by actively engaging them. That also that it feels that they are helping. It feels that you are helping them with all the values what you are providing and the potential that what you offer, right? So keeping customer engaged in product, your services is must. Okay. And best thing is ROI, where customer is paying you for the services and the product, right? So they should be feel that okay, they are getting paid off by the services what you're providing them, the efforts which you're putting them on onboarding or enabling them in on the product, right? So customer who have positive onboarding experience will be most likely to stick to the ground, okay, and always come to you for advices, use your product and services more, and even tell others about it. Okay. So that's a great return of investment which you can do with the help of customer onboarding as well. Yeah. So once they get a very good experience about your customer onboarding or about getting engaged with you, they will anyway be very open about their needs, right? Even though there is a process for getting requirement done, getting your scope of work done, but they will not hesitate in telling any new requirements to you, and that will give you more opportunity to gain uh, uh, to gain more in your business, right? So onboarding, it's so in this case, during onboarding you have a chance to really understand what customer needs and want. Helps you This helps you understand the opportunity for to offer them the additional products and services. Like we have many products like insights, we have Frappe help desk, right? So if you need that, okay, this particular customer is more inclined towards services, they provide more services to the customers. They are facing some issues with some handling those tickets. You can also help them showing the help desk, right? It's not about that you're selling it them, but you can just show them, can show insights that how beautifully you can create all those insight reports, and you can hit your board meetings with all those reports towards to your directors, right? So those impact you can make. Also, whenever you are doing onboarding, consistently you have to ask for feedback from the customer. So this also helps you to learn a lot from their feedback during the onboarding process as well as the implementation process. Okay. It also improves you and grow your company as well, right? So whole onboarding process is win-win for everyone, not only customer, but it's win-win for partner as well as for Frappe. So all three parties are in win-win situation in such onboarding activities. Yeah. So you have to make sure that your onboarding is going well. Then now say everything is going well, uh, you got a new customer, but you got a new customer and how you can perform it well, right? So considering a case where you are facing you are facing to a customer where you have a good prospect on ERP next, and then you you're connecting with them on regular basis, and now you are starting with a project. So the best way to start engaging with the customer is at kickoff call. You remember the first impression I told you, right? That is where you can do it at kickoff call, understand the customer. Okay. To make sure that you're driving this particular thing very well, define a spokesperson from both ends, from your end, as well as make sure you have a spokesperson from customers and as well. Okay. That makes your communication very easy. Okay. So starting with kickoff call, you can introduce your processes, and you can establish the communication with the customers and setting the stage for successful partnership. That will help you more better at identifying their needs, their pain points. Okay. So setting a continuous call with them for understanding their requirements. This will give you more idea about uh, this will give you more idea about their needs on ERP next. You can also help them with some tailor-made onboarding processes, like okay, as per their requirements or as per their availability to meet their specific requirements and goals. Okay, so there are some customers who are with different lines of businesses. So your onboarding can be based on that. Like okay, let's first finish this particular line. You can help them getting it set up. You can help them implement. You can help them by implementing the system. Okay, getting the work of scope in place and start your trainings. So when you start your trainings, right, you already know now like what is your goal, what is the customer's goal towards this towards getting to this ERP next. Based on that, you can plan your trainings, connect with connect with the uh, ground level staff. Okay, connect with the project champion, get their pain points, understand them. According to that, you can set up a training sessions or webinars with the customers where you can make sure that okay, these are your services, these are my understanding, these are some gaps, but you can still start with ERPNX implementation, starting from setting up the customers, setting up the employees, suppliers, everything. Okay, and in between you might also get more requirements from them because till now they have never seen system so depth, right? So you have to get all those, you have to never say no to the customer. There is also a way to say no, but get all those get all those requirements from the customer. Make sure that that are addressed. If you don't address them, they will again feel that okay, you're not taking up our requests, you're not taking up our requirements which are very much necessary for us. So make sure that you are addressing them. Okay, and try to give some workaround. If it is not possible, then you can help them customize it. So you can also see this as a new opportunity for the business. Always be an advisor. So we at Frappe, whenever we implement something to the customer, we always advise them, even though they have ton of requirements, we always advise them to break down all your requirements at the onboarding stage itself. So then it is very easier for them to grasp system, adopt it well, and divide their requirements and move towards the success, right? So in this, you have to be their advisor, offer them guidance of best practices and recommendations to help the customer succeed, right? You have to be very proactive in addressing any concerns and the questions from the customers you have. Okay. Mostly being an advisor also helps in getting into their plans wherever at the kickoff call, you already know that, okay, they want to go live by this to this date, and they have to get all the setups done. You have to get involved into the go live plannings. Make sure that you are always there to support them, even though at go live plannings as well as um, uh, even at go live plannings as well as the support, you have to make sure that you are including all the timelines properly and hitting the milestones on time. That gives confidence to the customer that, okay, whatever is happening between customer and you, and they are known about it. Okay, even if there is a slight delay into the implementation or deliverables, they will accept that as well. Okay, so transparency has to be there with the customer, and major part comes over here as a customer success, where the implementation is done, everything is done. Now you have to make sure the business is growing, customer is adopting more and more Frappe products, more and more. They are adopting ERP next more and more. So make sure that you are connecting customer now and then, getting feedbacks from them, quarterly reviews, having more and more involved into their businesses and processes. That will give you more and more opportunity with the customers, and that shows your loyalty towards them as well. Okay. So focusing on customer success. So all those steps are like focusing on totally to the customer success. You can perform customer onboarding very effectively for ERP Next or any other product for Frappe, right? And leading to a positive experience and successful adoption of the systems which you are offering. Yeah. So make sure that you are giving a proper experience of Frappe products to the customers, right? So whatever you heard till now, customer onboarding should be. This is how we do in Frappe. Uh, but I would also like to know and learn from your end, like some feedbacks or questions you have based on this.
So how can we explain about ROI?
ROI. Sorry, can you just pardon your question?
Sir, how can we explain about ROI?
Extend your ROI, like in terms of partners ROI or in terms of customers ROI?
I mean, why customer is onboarding is important, na? So in there, one point is their ROI.
Yeah,
So
ROI,
client ROI.
client ROI. Yeah. So basically, so by giving the best practices to the customers, like, so at times what happens, customers are using ton of Excel sheets at times, right? So I'm just giving you one of the example where customers are using ton of Excel sheets, and then you can identify the processes what they are doing manually. You can showcase them the value of the real product, like, okay, this is how it can be done in ERP Next. This is how you can punch all your expenses, for example, instead of doing in Excel, getting it on digitalized, getting it auto assigned is something which you need. So showing them the power of open source, showing them the power of system, showing them the power of your knowledge as well as your understanding about their business is nothing but will give you more ROI in that terms. Because trust is something which you can gain from the customer. And once that is done, and once you get good reputation from the customer, you are anyway getting good ROI from that.
And which model we should start first?
Sorry?
Which module like the CRM, your accounting, which module we should start first? Onboarding time.
So at the onboarding, so basically, see, onboarding is not about going only inside into the system, right? It's always about making your customer comfortable, making sure that if you understand everything about their understanding, then you can anyway start with the product slowly. That okay, what is good into the system? Start with accounts, because many businesses are always looking after the accounts, like how account systems are built and what I can get from that, what how I can get news, how I can get uh, uh, the total of my payables, total of my receivables, the target sales targets are getting meet or not, right? All those things, some good cool stuffs you can show them at the time of this kind of onboarding and stuff. So this is all part of your demo. So as you are very crisp in your demo, you will be always be uh, so customer will be always be very confident on you and the product. Yeah, Maxwell, you raised your hand.
Yes, regarding onboarding, I work in Latin and North America.
Mhm.
What I realized that there is during the onboarding there is many cultural factors. Like here in Brazil and South America in general, it's pretty common. What did you say? That customers try to get the most they can for nothing from us.
Yeah.
In North America, it's a bit more different, but one thing that I try to do most of the time with all the customers is basic things properly done first. What it means. I
Yes.
understand the process, and understanding the process, like in terms of ROI, a best way for you show the ROI, at least for my point of view, is go to the user, sit side by side,
Exactly.
r- take notes about what the user is doing, but also take notes about how many time the user takes to do that. We
Yeah.
have a customer that was taking 45 minutes to enter a quote in the old system.
Right.
We saw an opportunity to integrate that quote with the CAD software that the customer have. And after generated the things in the CAD software, they export the Excel, import that Excel in your Next, and it was reduced for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So this was a point that give for the customer a lot of ROI in his return of investment. But
Right.
before we land on automation and facilities, that was the case, I ensured that all the users will be trained as the way that they know the system. They will download the file in the CAD, enter the data in ERP, in ERP Next, and just in that, we come down from 45 minutes to 32 minutes. So
Yeah.
there was again already in ERP Next. And
Yeah.
only 3 or 4 months later, we landed the automation.
Yeah.
Most of the time, what I perceive from those customers, uh, like you sometimes get a list of requirements, but they never send for you. They process as is. They show you the process that they want it to be.
Right.
And for us, it's really hard if you didn't understand deeply the process of the customer, the gap between where they are and where they wanna be. And
Right.
this can be part of uh, problems in the expectation, because you look for the documentation, you set your price, your time low, and when you go navigating to the process, you discover that the reality is another.
Right. So all these customer onboardings can be tailored based on the businesses what they have and how you can approach them. Yeah. But yes, so we have also faced many situations where customer wants some 5 years of data into the ERP next, and they always feel that it is very difficult. But when you actually show them, right, that you don't want all the data into the ERP is only financials will do, and how you can do that with just data import, they get very excited and they just start loving ERP next, kind of, right? So when you understand their pain points and show the solution based on that, that is good onboarding, I believe. Yeah. Okay. So Doreen, would you like to speak up? I can see your hand is up.
Yes, thank you. So thank you for preparing this session. I've seen that we have quite a good cover on the basics from what you've shared in your slides, but there's some depth required into this, and I'm assuming that's why the two gentlemen have asked about ROI. So is there somewhere within the forum or within the partner platform where we can get references or depth or calculators on how we can help support the customers in managing any of these onboarding steps?
Sorry, Doreen, your voice was bit not very clear.
I will repeat.
Yeah.
So I'm asking that what you've showed us is very high level. Is there anywhere else within the Frappe framework for partners where we can get more depth in the ways in which we can approach onboarding? So for example, the two gentlemen have just spoken specifically about ROI. How do we ensure, is there any additional support other than what you've covered in this session within the platform that shows us how we can be able to do ROI or
Yeah.
these recommendations on, so on where is that?
Yeah, so basically, so this is not a single session actually. There will be more sessions coming in. Basically, if you focus on ROI, yes, you have to be very focused on the basics of the system. You have to also make sure that you are attending all the trainings what we provide. And so whenever there is a product session coming in, because there'll be many more webinars coming in, this is not the last one, but you will anyway get more and more sessions, and you will understand more and more about system, more and more about processes which you need to follow, right? So yeah, this was very high level thing, but this is just to give you an idea how customer onboarding should be and how you can do it. So anyway, you can have a different set of steps which you follow. That is totally fine, but you have to make sure that that is coming true towards the customer.
Let me send a note with my question so that it's easier for you to understand and then answer it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question here.
Yes.
For now, we start to collect our customer feedback through our ERP.
Okay.
So, should we share the same feedback on Frappe portal, something like that,
Yeah,
to
yeah, you
be
can.
to be shared with Frappe directly? For
Yes, you can.
example, how we can do something like that?
So basically, you can connect with your partner manager and you can share those feedbacks to them. Whenever you have any feedback from the customers, that can be shown or given to the Frappe manager via email, and they can put on the listings as well under your
Okay,
name.
so there are no direct link for our customers.
There are maybe, but we have to check. Pushkar, do we have something like that that partner can push customer
Yeah,
testimonial?
yeah, Dharmesh,
Yeah, so
you
basically
will
the
try.
team was working on it, and I'll just have to check the status on that.
Yeah, most probably in 1 month's time, it will be there. It will be available under PRM only, where you can update your customer testimonials and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't get a clear answer. So sorry, my internet connection is not good. So we have links for that, or it's not
Yeah.
ready.
So we are building a platform for the same, which is under construction right now, under development. That might come soon to you. And then you can directly post all your customer feedbacks directly to the Frappe. That will keep showing you on the listing below your name.
Okay, another question. We starting to use Frabi.io, the partner portal, for as a CRM for us right now, which make us duplicate the work. We have to put our input in the CRM and our CRM on our ERP. At the same time, we have to duplicate this information with Frabi.io. So can we have some kind of integration, any kind of automation for this? Actually, the CRM in Frabi.io support us a lot. Pranica and Frabi team support us if we have any question for a lead, if we need a meeting with one of Frabi team. But at the same time, we have a lot of duplicated work for this. So can we automate something like that with Frabi.io, or we have to duplicate everything?
Yeah, so basically, we are already on the verge of getting all these things fixed. Okay, there will be going forward. You will be having a single platform where you will get all those things ready-made over there, and you can access all things at one place. Naveen, correct me if I'm wrong, but
Let me rephrase my
Correct.
question. Let me
yeah.
rephrase my question. Now my sales team,
Mhm.
when I get a lead, he open his our ERP
Right,
and input all the information about the lead, and then open Frabi.io and input re-enter the lead information too. It's consume a lot of time,
right.
and we have to duplicate the communication and everything. So my question regarding the integration and some kind of automation
Got it.
for this to make it easy for our sales team.
Okay, I have to take this feedback and I can get back to you on this because I need to talk to my management regarding the same. But yeah, I got it because the integration between your systems and our has to be there so that the duplication of work is not there. Got it.
Okay. Last question I have for now.
Yeah.
We trying to adopt a strategy not just to make all our customers in our Frabi Cloud account. We give them a freedom of creating a Frabi Cloud account and manage their own plans, and a lot of a lot of feature to be direct managed by our customers.
Right.
Okay, so most of our customers technical background have a good technical background. They ask why Frabi Cloud doesn't have two-factor authenticator. It contains a lot of sensitive information. Just a username and password is not an efficient way to manage servers and something like that. So, do we plan to activate something like that soon, or we already have a solution for that?
So currently, I cannot comment anything on it because I need to check because there was some development going on to get all those customers under single partner team, but I'm not very sure about it. I can collect the information and get back to you for the same. Yeah, I'd noted down your question.
Okay, but you got my concern.
Yes, 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 I totally got it.
Okay, okay, perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Hope that's all. Is there any other questions from? Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. Thank you very much.